Live from J. David Ramsey Stadium on the campus of Bear River High School. Touchdown Production, celebrating 10 years of local sports television, is proud to present the Bruins Road to the Playoffs. Tonight, your undefeated defending PVL champion, Bear River Bruins, continue their road to the postseason and take on the Dorado Cougars. So don't touch that dial. It's Pioneer Valley League football coming up next right here on your NorCal Game of the Week. It's a cold and wet one in the South County tonight, and the 2006 Bear River Bruins are one game away from defending their PVL title and carry a 5-game winning streak in tonight's contest against a very good team from El Dorado High School. Good evening, football fans, wherever you are across our Foothill network of stations. This is Jim Adams alongside Marty Mortensen, our producer-director as usual tonight. Gil Dominguez, and of course the rest of the Touchdown Production sports team has made the short trip down Highway 49 to watch the undefeated Bruins continue their road to the playoffs on senior night. And Marty, you cannot say enough good things about this young Bruins team that was supposed to be in a rebuilding year.
That's right, Jim. The Bruins began the year with a lot of question marks, including on offensive line, and they've never played a down of varsity, but it's been the Bruin defense that has carried them to this point. Bear River is one of two teams that has only allowed less than 82 points all season, and the other team being the Colfax Falcons, and many of those points have been late in the game when the outcome had already been decided. Coaches Scott Savoy and Terry Logue have worked hard to inspire this young team, and their efforts have paid off to this point where Terry Logue was actually speechless after the big win over Lincoln last week.
And for the fourth place El Dorado Cougars, they're coming off a loss to Mesa Verde, but hope to come into Ramsey Stadium tonight and trip up the Bear River season and hand them their first loss of this campaign, Marty.
Well, Bear River knows that every game is important, and they have to take care of business tonight against this El Dorado team that has scored 213 points this season. The field conditions will be wet and muddy, and it may slow down the passing game of El Dorado and help this Bruin running game. Either way, it's a must-win for Bear River if they are to keep pace with the other defending league champion Colfax Falcons, who are once again undefeated and 4-0 and have created a PVL championship game next week in Colfax.
But tonight it's El Dorado that is on the mind of the young Bruins squad, and as the teams continue to warm up, we'll take our first break of the evening, and when we come back, we'll take a look at the PVL and Delta Valley League standings and talk more about tonight's game as we set it up for you. So don't go anywhere. It's Bear River, El Dorado, coming up next exclusively on your NorCal Game of the Week. And we'd like to remind you that your NorCal Game of the Week is being underwritten by Hanson Brothers Construction and HB Rentals. Hanson Brothers Construction has years of experience in the local construction industry. From build a road to cutting a house pad, Jeff Hanson and his crew are always ready to assist you in every phase of your project. Hanson Brothers Construction and HB Rentals, helping you build a better Nevada County, one project at a time.
Weaver Auto and Truck Center. The new Weaver Auto and Truck Center is proud to display all the new 2007 Jeep Compass and 2007 Jeep Wranglers. Weaver Auto and Truck Center is your official Jeep dealership in Grass Valley with several models on display and ready for you to drive off the lot and on with your new life. And now they can also provide warranty service on your Chevrolet vehicles at the new Weaver Auto and Truck Center.
DWS Painting, Master Painter Dean Cernbetz has over 20 years of experience to share with you as a licensed painting contractor, so he knows that to keep your commercial buildings and residential property at its highest value, you need to protect it with a new coat of paint from our harsh winters in the foothills. And Dean and Jamie are both proud of the entire Nevada Union JV football team and his stepson, number 59, Brandon Stevens, DWS Painting.
Beginning of the varsity.
Nevada and Placer County Realty. Nevada and Placer County Realty specialize in representing both buyers and sellers with the services centered around customer service. Broker Bob Tiora and his assistant Georgia Dawson have created several dynamic websites linked to the multiple listings of both Nevada and Placer counties, offering you a wide selection of properties that are currently available. It's Nevada and Placer County Realty.
Top This Truck and Auto Accessories owner Chuck Cavros knows that nothing makes your car or truck look better than the accessories from Top This. And Top This delivers truck and auto attitude every day with an in-store display featuring accessories from WeatherGuard, DZ, and Racket truck racks, along with a selection of chrome toolboxes, mirrors, and tie-downs, and much more for you. So give your truck the attitude it deserves at Top This Truck and Auto Accessories. And Touchdown Productions, celebrating a decade of local sports television in the foothills. This is Jim Adams, along with Marty Mortensen, saying thank you for joining us all across our Foothill network of stations as we follow all the local football teams all the way to the playoffs and the section title. So, Marty, we have an excellent contest on tap for us here tonight. Bear River, El Dorado. Break it down for us.
Well, it's going to be an exciting game. Bear River has already cinched a playoff spot, so they've got to keep it going if they want to become champions of the PVL this year again. And we can take a look at the standings right here for the Pioneer Valley League. As you can see, Colfax on top with an 8-0 and 4-0 in the league. Bear River was 6-2, 4-0 in the league. So there's. And they take, this year they're taking 3 teams, so Lincoln is in a pretty good position right here to go. They're playing Colfax tonight.
Looks like there's your top 3, huh, Marty?
That is. Lincoln 5-3 and 3-1 in league, followed by El Dorado, Placer, Whitney, and Mesa Verde.
So there's your breakdown of your Pioneer Valley League, and that kind of sets us up for a big game next week, depending upon what happens here. And here is our Delta Valley League football standings. Franklin in first place league-wise, 3-0, having an excellent season, followed closely by Laguna Creek and Elk Grove, both teams at 2-1. And there behind them is Nevada Union at 1-2. So Nevada Union looking for a Laguna Creek loss tonight, as Nevada Union would have the tiebreaker against Laguna Creek based on a victory earlier in the season. And Nevada Union tonight is at Davis. Davis at 1-2. Valley, their opponent next week, at 0-3. So, Marty, looks like we have the potential to have a little bit of a foggy evening here tonight, but we've been there before.
Well, we certainly have, and you can see that picture is a little, just a little fuzzy as the fog has been rolling in and out here tonight. The JVs point out that they won their game 21-0 tonight, and congratulations go out to Dwayne Zonner, the coach, who has 21 seasons with Bear River JV squad, and he picked up his 150th win of his career here at Bear River.
Boy, that's quite an accomplishment.
It certainly is, and there's a good shot of the crowd. Kind of sparse tonight, as it is a little cold and damp. Although we did beat the forecast, it was supposed to start raining at 9 o'clock today. We never did see any rain, but and then it was going to still be raining at game time, but it kind of went south, and so it's a clear night. The moon's out, but the temperature has dropped down to the dew point, and we're seeing some light fog moving in and out off the field.
So that sets the stage a little bit for tonight's Bear River El Dorado's game, and we would like to remind you that this Touchdown Productions exclusive of the NorCal Game of the Week has been underwritten by Foothill Real Estate and Foothill Financial. Bear River baseball coach Steve French knows what it takes to be a winner in the world of real estate. That's why Foothill Financial is a full-service mortgage lender offering rates that are guaranteed, and where you'll find the lowest rates on every type of loan at Foothill Real Estate and Foothill Financial.
Port of Subs. The Port of Subs is a lot more than sandwiches, and they are breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Their breakfast wraps are a great way to start your day, and their monthly sandwich specials will fill you up without denting your wallet. And for dinner, they offer a selection of soups, and party trays, along with 2- and 6-foot party subs. Call or fax in your order, and you'll never have to wait at the Port of Subs.
Jerry Chan and Lisa Moon OD. Jerry Chan and Lisa Moon offer family vision care and thorough eye exams with Optimap technology, which scans the inside of the eye, producing images of the retina. They will show any changes in your vision. Just another example of how Jerry and Lisa look after the health of your most important gift of sight. Jerry Chan OD and Lisa Moon OD.
Plaza Tire and Auto Service. Plaza Tire is the official repair facility of your NorCal Game of the Week. Mark and the boys know how important it is to get the Commander to every game. So when the Commander is down, they always do their best to get her back up on the road so you won't have to miss a single Bear River football game. Plaza Tire and Auto Service, professional auto repair done on your schedule, not theirs.
Walker's Office Supply. Mike Anderson and the staff at Walker's Office Supply specialize in ways to make your business and home become more efficient. They carry thousands of products, from printer ink to pencils. You can order over the phone and they'll deliver it usually in just one day. They even carry a wide selection of used office furniture in their back warehouse at their Main Street facility at Walker's Office Supply. And let's go down on the field, and we'll try to pick it up live here for the coin toss.
Introduce themselves to you and tell you what positions they have.
Ken Peterson on your side being a headlines. Greg Brown on the umpire in the middle. Don't run me over.
Tim?
Yeah, did tell what line judge.
All right. And the back judge, Bob Fishy, is
Axel
getting a
Wadman.
cup of coffee, I guess. Okay.
CJ
Gentlemen,
Crosby
you are the
and,
spokesman for your ball club.
David
If we have a
Ritchie,
problem, we're going to come to
captains
you
for tonight's
and
game.
ask you to straighten it out. If you can't straighten it out, then we're going to have to go to the yellow flag. Okay? We don't want to do that. So if we ask you to take care of a situation, please do it for us. Okay? All right. Second of all, if you do not understand my options that I'm going to give you in the case of a penalty, you don't understand them, ask me to repeat them. Because whatever you say is going to be the gospel truth, and that's the way we're going to march it off from then on. Okay? All right, here's Mr. Fishy right now. Okay. I have a silver dollar. Tails. Heads. Heads. Tails. Tails. Heads. Heads. Tails. Tails. Heads. Okay. White's, you're the visitor. Call it while it's in the air. If I drop it, we'll give it over again, all right? Tails. What do you call it?
Call tails.
All right. What is it, please?
I think that's tails.
Tails.
Oh, damn.
That is.
No, we gotta redo it.
No. Great. Nice try. You win. Kick off, receive, defend the goal, or defer to the next.
Receive.
You want to receive?
Yep.
All right.
We'd like
What
to
goal
defend
do you
this
want?
goal. We'd like to defend this
All
goal.
right. Swing around this way, please.
Well, and there you have it, Marty. I think that the game might have started on time tonight, but we had quite a lengthy coin toss.
White has won the toss and elect to receive. Red will kick and defend the clock. Gentlemen, shake hands and have a good ball game.
So Bear River loses the toss, and El Dorado will start the game with the ball. Bear River will kick off tonight. Hearing that live right from down on the field, and we have the stage pretty much set. We're just about ready to start here. El Dorado coming in at 2-3 in PVL. Bear River coming in at 4-0. Bear River on the season scoring 210 points offensively, giving up 82 defensively. Last week, a big win at Lincoln, 21-18, and the big game, Colfax, next week. And before we start our contest to honor America, our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see? Check, 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 mic check. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Collins Newey, number 5 of the Bear River Bruins. And Marty, what does Bear River have to do to prevail tonight?
Well, this team is very explosive, that El Dorado is, and they put a lot of points up on the board, but they've given up a lot of points on defense, and I think that's going to be the secret tonight. It'll probably be a shootout, but Bear River is, their defense is, they've only given up close to 80 points, and that's about it. And number 2 in the league, and you just, it's going to be a big shootout, but I think the defense will prevail from Bear River, especially with that wet field out there, Jim.
El Dorado touting their special teams on the season, and it will be interesting to see how that plot rolls itself out tonight. Good special teams, good on kickoff return, very good with a spread punt team. Watch for the fake punt tonight. And so the Cougars, the Bruins, ready to get it underway here. Kicking off, Jared Mernan for Bear River. And back deep for El Dorado is Michael Reed.
And here with the live play-by-play of tonight's game, calling the play-by-play, Jim Adams.
Thank you there, Marty. Pleasure to be here at Bear River Stadium for the undefeated Bruins in PVL action tonight. And we are underway. A line drive kick goes to the back man, fumbles it briefly, picks it on up, and is tackled almost immediately there as John Paul Turner takes that kickoff for the El Dorado Cougars, and that will allow El Dorado to start it off at 1st and 10.
Matt Belknap came up and made that play, that big tackle, and co-coach Terry Logue has high praise for Belknap, and so we're starting out 1st and 10.
Jared Gavard under center here for El Dorado. First play is a handoff right up the middle. Nice gainer there on the play. Michael Reed carries for a nice gain, and that will bring up about a 2nd down, and we'll call it 4 yards on the play. And a nice start there for El Dorado, Marty.
Yeah, Belknap saved that play there. Still some big yardage on 1st down. This team's very explosive.
2nd down, left side. Nice hold, tries to turn the corner, but Michael Reed is shut down fairly well by the Bruins. And that'll actually force a 3rd down. So 3rd and little bit of forward progress, 3rd and 3 still. Into the game comes number 12, or Jared Gavard brings the play on from the sidelines. 1,479 yards on the season, 10 touchdowns passing. And he's back. We'll see his first pass over the middle. That's complete. 1st down there by El Dorado. So Trevor Peterson, it looks like, number 11. No, I guess it was Maxwell McAfee. So early on here, the initial 1st down of the game picked up by El Dorado. And this will be a hit on the left side. moves through the line. Nice gain on the play. And Marty, so far I'm a little bit impressed with this El Dorado offense. They've been able to find the holes with the running game.
Yeah, they are moving the ball, and normally the teams are unable to move against Bear River, but Bear River is they're in there where they end up bending but not breaking most of the time on defense.
So 2nd and 5. Another handoff left side. This is Reed again.
He stopped for no gain. In on that tackle was Joel Davis.
And here will come another big 3rd down play. So 3rd and 3.
On defense tonight, Bear River will be missing number 44, John Duckett, who is out with a shoulder injury that took for tonight's game.
Looks like a passing down. And back, but instead gives it to Reed again on the left side. Tries to get the first down. Big yardage. Penetrates the left side. Down inside the 40 to about the 37-yard line. And for El Dorado, another first down. But there is a flag on the field, and the initial call is holding against El Dorado. Marty, tough luck play there for El Dorado.
Let's take a look at it on the replay. As the hold will nullify it, but watch as he gets out behind his lead blocker, number 52. That is Ramirez. Throws a big block, but then Belknap comes up and makes that tackle, but that'll push him back 10 yards, and that was a big break for Bear River, as that ball would have been placed 1st and 10 on the Bear River 38-yard line.
So instead of a 1st and 10, that'll bring up a 3rd down, and we're going to call it about 12 yards on the play. So a 3rd and 12 early on here, 9:19 to go in the first quarter. No score, just underway here from Bear River and El Dorado. So 3rd down, back to pass. Looks, throws over the flat. Could be intercepted, but instead it's deflected and incomplete. On the play there, a good opportunity for Hunter Panqueri. And let's take a look at this, Marty.
He was hit just as he threw the ball, and then going kind of wobbly, but Panqueri lost his balance and couldn't hold on to the ball. That's normally the side where Duckett has been playing the last few games.
So for Bear River, a good play. C.J. Crosby is deep. Tries to get it away, almost blocked. They back away from it, gets a nice El Dorado roll, and it will come to rest on the 31-yard line of Bear River.
A good defensive stand, helped by that holding penalty, which kind of killed that drive.
And so let's take a look here at the Bear River Bruins offense, led by C.J. Crosby. 40 of 72 on the season for 706 yards in the air.
But he does it all. He runs it, and there's a big hole.
Nice hole and a good gain there as they go over the left side.
Carrying the ball was Parquette.
Andy Parquette. So a good gain. That'll bring up a 2nd down and 5. Shuttling in for Bear River is Matt Belknap. And Parquette comes out.
2nd and 5.
Crosby.
Well, that mix up in the
Little bit
backfield.
of a mix up. Crosby will have to take it himself. Well, no, I guess he did hand the ball off.
Well, I think it got knocked out of his hand, and then I think that was Belknap. They had a mix-up on the play call, I think.
So a loss on that play of about 2 yards, and that'll bring up a big 3rd down and 7.
3rd and 7. Tackled by Corey McKee and Peter Delfino.
Crosby lines up in shotgun formation on this 3rd and long. Back to pass. Has a receiver. Throws over to the sideline, but throws it way out of bounds, and that'll bring up a 4th down. So 3 and out for Bear River, Marty, in their first possession.
Yeah, they picked up the quick 5 yards on the first play, but then couldn't had that one 2nd down play mix-up and forced him into a passing situation. And it looks like that ball slipped out of his hand.
Back to punt for Bear River, Jared Murnan. Single man deep for the Cougars. And anything can happen in this formation with the weather the way that it is, but Murnan gets the kick away. It's a line drive. Could be a nice return. Gets the ball at the 50. Cuts inside Bear River territory and then is plowed under by a trio of Bruins.
That was Belknap. He's all over that field tonight. He's a very aggressive tackler.
Colin Williams, the second leading receiver for El Dorado on that return.
They'll start with good field position, Jim.
And the first time tonight they're inside the Bear River territory at the 48. So excellent field position. And handoff, not much there and not much of a gain on the play, if any at all. Probably held just about at the line of scrimmage as John Paul Turner, 503 yards on the season and 6 touchdowns, takes that carry, and we'll call it a loss of a yard back to the 49, and so about a second down and 11.
Giacomini was the one that forced that play to the inside. He came out, fought off his block, forced the runner, the back to cut inside, and met by a couple more Bear River tacklers. So that was good defensive play by Giacomini.
So second down. Handoff again, and again another loss of about 3 yards on the play. Excellent penetration, led by number 27, Mitchell Militano.
And that also in on that very quickly was Tommy Jones. And Tommy Jones has, I've been watching him for 4 games now, and he has really come on as quite a middle linebacker.
So third and long. Gavard in a passing situation. Back to pass, fakes once, throws long and will be incomplete.
Good coverage by the Bear River secondary. That was C.J. Crosby on that coverage, along with Tanqueray.
Colin Williams, the intended receiver. 28 receptions on the season for 482 yards, 4 touchdowns. But to no avail. That'll bring up a fourth down, and Marty, great defensive stand for Bear River in the second possession by El Dorado.
It was. They've been doing that all year, and let's see if they can get a run back this time. No, they're going to let it go.
Goes inside the 20, and poor field position again at the Bear River 15.
I think this game could turn into a battle of field position, as Bear River now is starting deep in their own territory on the 15-yard line.
Well, let's face it, Marty, they need to pick up a few first downs and get that ball out, get a little bit of breathing room.
Drew Loftus comes into the game. He will handle the quarterback snap. They alternate between Crosby and Loftus.
So Loftus in, a pitch here to the left side. Nice gain on the play there on first down as C.J. Crosby takes that one for a nice gain around the left side.
Drew Loftus, the junior, he very good, handles that ball very well. Had a nice pitch out to Crosby and picks up how many yards did he
About
get?
7.
About 7?
So we're going to call it a 2nd and 3. Loftus again under center. Handoff left side. Not much there. Maybe picks up a yard. And that will bring up a third down play as Parquette carries for the Bruins.
That hole closed up in a hurry.
3rd and 1, and Marty, this is the type of play where Bear River needs to make a statement here early on. Needs a few first downs to get out there.
Rhett Angle comes into the game. Marquette comes out. Big third down conversion right here, Jim.
Handoff, left side.
Block.
First down, Bear River. So the Bruins convert.
That was Gary Schmidt. He wears 2 numbers. Tonight he's number 48.
So Gary Schmidt there on the carry. And Loftus brings them up. 1st and 10. Handoff, left side. Nice hole. Gets a few yards as Crosby breaks through that left side and gets up to about the 35-yard line.
So I was saying earlier, Crosby, he does it all. He's the quarterback sometime, and now they've got Loftus over center. Loftus comes over to sidelines, gets the play.
That's a pretty good combination, that Loftus-Crosby there, Marty.
Yes, it is. Another
pitch. Left side, Crosby again. Shakes off the first tackler. And then it's going to take about 6 gang tacklers to take him down as Crosby takes the ball to almost midfield at the Bear River 45-yard line.
Once he broke through the line of scrimmage, he picked up an additional 7 yards on his own.
Angold comes out. Loftus brings the play in. And so another 1st down and 10. The second 1st down of this drive. 25 yards on this drive, and that play goes nowhere. In fact, that'll probably lose about a yard.
That looked like Ritchie.
Gary Schmidt, I believe, on the carry there.
That was Schmidt.
And so we'll say no gain on the play. 2nd down and 10. 4:07 to go, 1st quarter. No score. Bear River driving at their 45, 2nd and 10. Handoff, left side. Crosby's tripped up. Gets about a half a yard on the play. And so, Marty, this will bring up a 3rd down and long.
It will, and that was Drew Melton on that tackle. Came up and put the stop on Crosby.
And look at here at Crosby. Look at how dirty everything is already. This field pretty muddy. And it looks like Crosby will come in at quarterback for this undoubtedly a passing play.
He can also run it. Looks like there's a little Mason shotgun, but it was like a little mix-up.
Yeah, movement early.
Something wasn't right from the beginning of that play. That would cost him 5 yards.
So instead of a 3rd and about 10, it'll be 3rd and 15. And the officials conferring the ball is coming back. Let's see what we've got here. Well, I guess it's going to go against El Dorado.
They must have come across the line of scrimmage and made some contact.
And so we're going to call that 3rd down and 5. Crosby still brings the play in, so we're going to say that he will quarterback this play.
Now it's going to be a timeout called as the coach wants to talk to
the referee
on that play. I thought it was going against Bear River because it looked like Bear River was out of sync, but then you come back and you take a look at it. Looks like they jumped or made contact or something. The line of scrimmage, El Dorado did, and that. So now he's explaining it to the. Now what they.
And there's a good shot of C.J. Crosby over on the sidelines. Looks like it'll be a 3rd down and 5. Referee still in a discussion with the El Dorado head coach, and so 3rd and 5, and they're gonna consult here, Marty, and make sure they've got this play right.
The play just did not look like it was in sync at all, but now maybe they've got it right now.
And it really looked, I'd love to see it on the replay again. It really looked like the problem emanated from the Bear River offensive line rather than the El Dorado defensive line.
But the referee saw something different, and it's Bear River 3rd down, and I can't see they need about 4 or 5 yards.
So we're going to call it a 3rd and 5. They've gotten it straightened out and hopefully right here. 3:18 to go in the 1st quarter. And Marty, look at this. They're bringing it back.
Now they're going to.
I guess they're going to make sure that it's exactly 5 yards, which it was.
Okay, let's see what we got on the replay here.
Let's take a look in slow-mo.
Oh,
and Marty.
No, I think what happened was that the one of the players on the line was lined up offside. That's what happened.
So here we go. A shuttle pass, but that's not going to go anywhere. And El Dorado stuffs it at the line of scrimmage. Number 20, Matt Belknap on the reception. And El Dorado simply was not fooled, Marty.
No, I think they must have seen the game film on that play, or either that or they were in the huddle, because that didn't. That never did do anything.
Fast-moving first quarter, 2:40 to go, and Bear River apparently will give up the ball. Nice kick, gets a little bit of a bounce, a nice roll at least for Bear River. And so El Dorado will take up shop at their own 25-yard line. No score. Tonight, Jim Adams, Marty Mortensen, bringing you all the exciting Bear River football action from J. David Ramsey Stadium on the campus of Bear River. And this game a prelude to the huge contest next week, Marty.
And it's going to be in Colfax. It's going to be cold. You don't know what you're going to get this time of the year up there.
But we will be there, and we will bring you that game on the Touchdown Productions television network. But here is a nice gainer. Cutting around the left side is Reed.
Couldn't make the corner, and coming up to make the stop was C.J. Crosby.
Reed with 707 yards on the season and 7 touchdowns. And that'll make it, for all that running that he did, that'll make it a second down and about 5. A nice gain on the play. Quick drop, throws, incomplete.
Almost intercepted by Angold, who was.
And so that ball intended for Max McAfee. And kind of right through McAfee's hands. Let's take a look here, Marty.
Just thrown a little bit high, and then Angold was right there, but just couldn't gather it in. Slipping and sliding on the muddy field.
So again, Bear River forces another third down. Shotgun formation. Looks like it'll be a big rush, but instead, number 3, Axel Wadman, looks like he is offsides, and we'll see what the call is. And it is. So that's going to bring El Dorado close to a first down, probably about a yard short. No, about a foot short. We'll call it third down and a foot. So what seemed to be a passing play will probably now revert to a running play for El Dorado. The Cougars come up on the line, third and short. Pounds that line, first down, good momentum, takes it to beyond the 40-yard line. Levinson in on the tackle. And Marty, El Dorado has pretty much held this to a stalemate in the first quarter.
Certainly has. Well, they're an explosive team. If they can get some points on the board, it could be pretty tough for Bear River tonight. Oh, there's a
handoff. Still gets good yardage on the play. Michael Reed. And Reed will pick up probably about 4, making it a second down and 6. Well, in fact, he got more than that. We'll give him 5, and we'll call it second and 5. Inside a minute, 47 seconds to go in the first quarter. Back to pass. Throws in the flat, complete. Kind of slides a little, will be short of the first down. And McAfee in on the reception, takes it, and that'll be a 3rd down and about 2.
The referees want to have a measurement, but
Marty, it's not even close. There's no need for a measurement.
No, now they're saying 3rd down. So Bear River try to stop him right here.
Inside 15 seconds, may be the final play of the quarter. It will be handoff, and he's short. Right at the line of scrimmage, Bear River stands tall.
And there's the end of the first quarter, and they held him.
So Michael Reed on the carry, Bear River on the stop, and we have played 1 quarter here from the campus of Bear River High School, J. David Ramsey Stadium, 0-0. And Marty, does this surprise you?
Well, under these conditions, both Bear River's defense, I figured wouldn't have any problem holding them, because they played great defense all year. But this explosive El Dorado team, I thought that they would probably give up some yardage to Bear River, but Bear River has not been able to mount any sort of offensive game plan going yet. But I think they'll get going here very shortly.
Well, up until last night, the field condition was pretty good. Last night, significant amount of rain here in Nevada County.
Yeah, I'm the official reporter for weather reporter for Channel 13.
You know, I knew you were multi-talented.
Yes, and
what's the
rain total yesterday at Lake of the Pines was 0.79 inches of rain. So that's over 3/4 of an inch.
That's a good start to the season, Marty.
It is. And they were forecasting some heavier rain today, but it just went south.
Maybe we're fortunate tonight.
I think so, because we could be sitting under the tent here getting rained on.
So 4th down and short.
They're going to go for it.
And El Dorado appearing as though they are going to go for it. And they're trying to pull Bear River offside. And it looks like they're going to take a delay of game penalty, and they do.
That was an awful long 3 seconds, 30 seconds, I should say.
So we'll take it back 5 yards. That'll make it a 4th down and 6. And El Dorado will apparently give up the ball to Bear River, and good discipline by Bear River on that particular play.
They almost got one of the linemen to move. He flinched a couple times, but it hung in there.
Gavard back to punt. And he gets away a low line drive. Almost hits a Bear River player and then just dies at the 30-yard line. So Bear River will have the opportunity to take up shop at their own 30-yard line. No score here in the opening moments of the second quarter. And Bear River with the butterflies now gone out of their system, having had a couple of possessions there in that first quarter. Lars Nielsen shuttles in for Bear River. So here we go, 1st and 10, 30-yard line. Handoff, left side, not much doing.
That looked like Ritchie at the ball carrier.
El Dorado again stuffs it there, and that was Matt Belknap on the carry.
No, Belknap's coming in. That was a 28. David Ritchie.
Tackler was Peter Delfino.
How could that hit? Good. He was off to the races, but then was stopped.
So we'll call it a 2nd down and 9. Fakes the handoff. Over the middle, wide open, and complete is Axel Wadman.
Wadman, good hands.
And Wadman takes it to midfield. Just a little bit short. We'll say at the 48. Marty, nice pass play here for Bear River.
Yeah, here's that ball, a nice tight spiral right on the money. Wadman went up for it all alone in the seam. and was run out of bounds. Big gain, first down, Bear River.
So 1st and 10. 2 backs. Second one through. Nice gain on the play, carrying tacklers for about a 7-yard gain.
That was Wadman. I mean, not Wadman, Matt Belknap on the ball carrier. Blocked by Axel.
So Belknap for a nice carry there. Crosby looking to get the signals from the sideline, and they are brought in by Andy Parquette as Belknap comes out.
Parquette's a good slashing runner. Good ball carrier. Picks up quite a few yards up the middle.
2nd and 5, and he was lined up off sides. Lars Nielsen was lined up off sides there.
All they have to do is go up and look to see where the referee's standing and just take one step back. So that'll slow down the momentum a little bit against Bear River.
So they give up 5 of those initial 6 yards they gained on the first play, and that'll make it a 2nd down and 9. Crosby brings it in. Fakes it, rolls left, throws, incomplete, right through the hands of Lars Nielsen. So that'll make it a 3rd down. And Marty, are those balls that you'd normally see the Bruins catch?
Yeah, they would normally catch, though. That ball was a little bit high, but that should have been caught. But under the weather conditions here, it's got to be a little slippery. And it just went through his hands, and that would have been a 1st down.
So instead, 3rd and 9. Big play here early on for the Bruins. Shotgun formation. Back. Throws. Complete. And out of bounds is Lars Nielsen.
Right at the 1st down marker, so that'll be Bear River on the drive.
So ball will be spotted at the 38 of El Dorado. And the Bruins on the move with 10 minutes to go here in the 2nd quarter. Handoff, left side, pounds it through there, Matt Belknap. And Belknap goes inside the 35-yard line to the 34. That'll be a 2nd down and 4.
Giacomini comes in with the play. Looks like Ritchie comes out.
Crosby leading this drive. Goes into shotgun formation. Instead calls his own number. Plows through the left side. Tries to break a tackle. But is met at the 30-yard line and taken down.
It'll be about 2 yards short. That'll bring up 3rd down.
So 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2.
The referee has left his microphone on, and he's been announcing all of the 1st down, 3rd down, or whatever. You can hear it over the loudspeaker.
So handoff, and he hits that line. Tries a 2nd effort, but can't quite muster it. And on the play, Belknap, who tried to get the 1st down, was met for no gain. In fact, a slight loss. And let's take a look at that one, Marty.
Well, look at that. It just tried to go over the left side, and everybody was pushed back. Ritchie ended up on his back. Now they're going to go for it. 4th down. Maybe they'll try to draw him offside.
I would think at the 30 they're going to go for it here, Marty. Single back in the backfield. One man in motion. And you're right, he calls timeout. So Crosby takes a timeout for Bear River.
Tried to draw them off to get the first down. They've been pretty successful with that the last couple of games, but now they'll. I don't think. Well, they might kick it to pin him back deep, but I think they may still go for it.
Well, and you know, one of the things that you said earlier, that it looks like El Dorado has scouted this Bear River team very well, because they've really been on top of what Bear River might run in those difficult situations.
Yes, that's a good point. Big fourth down, try for a conversion here for the first down.
But a great question, Marty, having called timeout, whether they will go for it or whether they will punt the ball away. An opportunity on the one hand to pin El Dorado deep, but they've answered the question. Here they come on up to the line. 4th down and 2. Big play for Bear River. Rolls, throws, complete, first down.
Wadman. That play is that little rollout has been working all season long, and that pass was right on the money by CJ. Let's take a look at the replay on that.
And well done. Look at him roll right here, and he catches him.
Yeah, he fakes to the fullback and then passes it out to Wadman, makes the catch, and picks up that first down and just bowls over the defender.
Back to live action. And here's Crosby calling his own number. Nice gain on the play, and breaks down inside the 15 to about the 14. Crosby doing it all on this drive, in the air and on the ground, and that'll bring up a 2nd down and about 3.
Andy Paquette comes in with the play. Going out is Belknap.
2nd and 1.
In shotgun formation, but he's going to run himself. First down, gets inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal for the Bruins at about the 8.
They haven't been able to stop that play at all, as CJ goes back into the shotgun formation and then just takes the ball right up the middle.
Well, and if you take a look at it, the offensive line is really making that play. They're opening up a hole for him there, right off guard there.
Yeah, a couple good blocks in there by Chase Duncan.
And here he goes again, picking his hole. This time carrying tacklers with him, gets maybe to the 5.
That looked like, yeah, that was CJ again.
And it looks like they're going to try that play until it doesn't work.
Well, he didn't pick up as many yards that time.
So 2nd and goal inside the red zone for the first time of El Dorado. And the Bruins threatening with 6:45 to go here before halftime. No score. 3 backs in the backfield. And gives it on through there to Gary Schmidt. And Schmidt doesn't get much. And Marty, this is going to bring up a big 3rd down and goal from just barely inside the 5.
So Drew Loftus comes in now to handle the quarterback position. Let's see what happens here. They send out Nielsen way left. Paul Crosby
CJ
going in.
Touchdown, Bruins!
Nobody touched him.
So Loftus gives it to CJ, and he takes it himself, and the Bruins are on the board 6-0.
That hole opened up, and CJ hit it on that handoff over the left side, and quick 6 points for Bear River.
And a good methodical drive there.
Yeah, it was.
A 70-yard drive.
Big 4th down conversion on that pass play to Axel Wadman.
Point after. Spotted, kicked.
And it's good.
And good. So a look at the scoreboard with 6:02 to go in the 2nd quarter. Bear River has scored, and they lead 7-0. Marty, that's got to be a boost here for Bear River because they've gotten off to a little bit of a slow start.
Yeah, they have, but the defense has still stepped up. Let's take a look at that touchdown now. Loftus over center. He fakes to the first man and then just hands it off over the left side, and some good blocks. Joel Davis opened up that hole for him, and CJ shot right through it for a touchdown.
Crosby just had to read his offensive line, and they opened up a big hole for him.
So now Bear River will kick off to El Dorado.
El Dorado with John Paul Turner deep on the right. But it looks like it's going to be more of a squib kick down the middle. And instead it's a bloop kick right where nobody is, but picked up nicely there by number 20, Ian Hokanson. So Hokanson takes that ball, and good field position for the El Dorado Cougars.
I don't think I've seen that type of kick before. I don't know what he was. What was the objective
I was trying to put
it
right between the hands team in the front and then the second wave of players right behind him. But that gives good field position to El Dorado, and they come up with one of their better opportunities of the game. 6:01 to go here in the second quarter. Back to pass. Quick pass over the middle. Right into his hands, but incomplete. Max McAfee on the play.
Boy, that pass was right on the money, and he just dropped right out of his hand.
So that'll make it 2nd and 10. Shotgun formation. Gavard is back. Throws over, complete. Nice play. Could be a good gainer. Knocked down short of the first down is Michael Turner. And Turner will make it a 3rd down and 3.
A gain of 8 yards on the play.
So right at the 45-yard line of the Cougars, a big 3rd down and 3.
Defense will have to step up one more time here.
Gavard back, heavy rush, and he has to throw it away.
I don't think they'll try to go for it, even though it's try to catch the Bruins looking for a run, and the ball was thrown out into the flat. And overthrown his receiver, and that'll bring up 4th and 2. They'll go back into punt formation, so Bear River will get the ball back.
Wadman got into that backfield real quickly. And so Gavard is back to kick 2 men deep. Wadman is back. Excuse me.
Oh, it's almost over his head.
But he gets it, and he gets a nice kick away. High one. Bruins better get out of the way of it. Almost takes a roll backwards.
So Bear River will get good field position to start this drive with 5:12 left. They can put another score on the scoreboard before halftime. That would be a big plus for the second half. They'll get the ball on this, to come out in the second half.
Leading 7-0. Looks like Crosby instead of Loftus. Loftus ended the drive with a handoff to Crosby on that last drive. So 1st and 10. Shotgun formation. But hands off. Nice gain on the left side there as Belknap takes it to about the 37, I would say, and that's going to make it a 2nd and 7. Low snap. Calls his own number. Crosby doesn't get very far.
He gets hammered.
And is gang tackled by the Cougars. And that was actually right at the line of scrimmage. That'll be a 3rd down and 6.
You can see the steam coming off the players in the huddle.
Well, a cold, damp night here in southern Nevada County. And again, Crosby in shotgun formation, looks, doesn't have anybody, won't get the first down, and is tackled about a yard or two beyond the line of scrimmage, and that'll bring up a 4th down and punting for the Bruins.
Looks like he had no secondary receiver out in the pattern, and Nielsen was well covered. They kind of sniffed that play out, but so they go 3 and out, and now they'll give El Dorado a chance to get back in this ball game before halftime. Oh, good punt.
Nice line drive kick, should go over his head, and dies right there at just beyond the 30-yard line at the 31. So for El Dorado, the Cougars, this drive will begin at the 31-yard line with 3:09 to go in the second quarter, trailing 7-0 to Bear River. And the Cougars at this point, Marty, looking for some kind of a substantial drive.
Yeah, they've put a lot of points on the board this year. They've a very explosive offensive team, but so far they haven't been able to figure out Bear River's defense yet.
Handoff left side.
Nice
read on the play.
Wadman saved that from a big gainer.
So that'll be a 2nd down.
Crowd is wanting the defense to step up.
Quick pass, a lateral pass. Breaks the first tackle, breaks the second tackle, goes down the sideline, and is finally taken down by C.J. Crosby.
He saved the touchdown.
But Colin Williams, with a nice gain on the play, takes the ball into Bear River territory at about the 45-yard line.
Boy, that had touchdown written all over it. C.J. came over and saved the day.
Made that ankle tackle. So here we go, 1st and 10. Longest gain of the night for El Dorado.
Oh, he was met it behind the line of scrimmage. That was Tommy Jones.
Michael Reed on the carrier, probably loses a yard. Marty, let's take a look at that previous play.
A quick pass out into the flat. The defender fell down, and now a couple missed tackles. And
one there.
And then there was another one.
One there. And look at how Crosby just
gets the
ankle.
Yep.
So 2nd down and 12 now. Quick back to pass, but throws over his head and incomplete. Looking for
Turner over there.
Warren Turner.
Good defense.
3rd and 12, so a big play, Marty, for the Bruins defensively.
Now they're going to call a timeout.
And a big play here for the Cougars. They call timeout. So they want to talk it over. And for the Cougars in need of some yardage and the ability to string together a few first downs, they've moved the ball fairly well, Marty, but they really haven't been able to get any kind of momentum going yet.
They had it going there in the first quarter when they would have had the ball on the Bear River Bruins 38-yard line, 1st and 10, but the play was nullified and called back by a holding call, and then they had to punt the ball. So they've never. This is only the 2nd time they've been able to get into Bruin territory. But like I say, the Bruins all year long have been one of those defenses that bends but never breaks. They've had a couple of great goal line stands that have kept them in the ball game. One last week against Lincoln, and before that against Placer, and so it's been a strong defense.
So here it is, 3rd down and 12. Gavard back, looks, throws long, batted away, and almost intercepted. Great defensive play there by Brad Smith.
He almost got that interception.
So that'll make it 4th down.
Take a look at that replay on that good defensive. Watch this ball. As that could have been at 6 points had they not. Smith hadn't come over there and knocked it down.
Yeah, and Smith did a good job there.
Excellent defense.
And here, let's take a look at this, Marty. Here it is. 4th down in formation. Over the middle, that's a completion. And that'll be a 1st down there for El Dorado as John Paul Turner picks it up. So El Dorado, the Cougars make it work there, and they call another timeout with 1:19 to go in the first half, and I think that's their final timeout.
It is their final timeout.
A little bit surprising that they would take it right there, still with a lot of time left, 1:19.
Well, they want to make sure they get a couple plays called, and because they're deep now into Bear River territory. It looks like can't tell with the lines are gone and the hash marks are gone, and like I can't tell. It's about the 25-yard line. Looks like.
No, that's about the 31.
31. Okay.
Yeah, it is hard to see. But with 1:19 to go, the Cougars, with their best drive of the evening, their deepest penetration into Bear River territory, back to pass over the middle, almost intercepted. Was right in the hands. Was intended for McAfee, and Mitchell Militano down momentarily, really took a hit there. So that'll make it 2nd and 10. And take a look.
Let's see what happened here.
Poorly thrown ball right at Militano.
Oh, they both they just ran into each other. I think he took a knee in the stomach, looked like.
So 2nd and 10. Back to passes Gavard. Tries that pass over the middle, but it's incomplete. A tough night to catch passes. Intended receiver was Max McAfee. Or perhaps it was Colin Williams, and that'll make it a 3rd down and 10 with just a tick over a minute to go. 1 minute and 1 second. And so they're going to put 7 seconds back on the clock and make it 1 minute 8 seconds to go in the 2nd quarter. And kind of different, Marty. You don't see the referee in too many of the high school games mic'd like he is.
No, he is, you're right.
Maybe he bought that set himself.
No, Bear River has done that the last couple of years.
So here it is, 3rd down and long. Over the middle, intercepted.
Oh, and then
dropped. And I think that's going to be a fumble and a 1st down.
No, short of the 1st down.
No, Marty, that's going to be counted as an interception and then a fumble after the interception, and they'll get the ball 1st and 10.
Let's see.
And they're trying to figure it out. Let's take a look here. And he throws it. Now take a look. See, he's got it.
Oh, he
He makes a football move, and he makes that move and then drops the ball. Well, that's pretty close.
He never had control of that ball. Well, that was a break for
the Cougars.
Yeah, no kidding.
Well, they moved the ball. A trivia question. On a 3rd and long, how can you move the ball 5 yards and get a first down? There it is.
Watch this. He looked like he didn't. Well, it's hard to see, but
no, I think he had it.
Think he had it? He had control of it.
Yeah.
It looked.
So, regardless of what we might think, this is not a democracy. It's a dictatorship on the field, and those officials. Oh, and he wants the clock reset again. Okay, there. Look at that. Now he's got it right there. Right there, he's got it tucked in. He makes a move to go upfield, and that's when the ball comes loose. And so he makes a football move. The ball is fumbled, and it will be a first down. And the referee comes over here on the Bear River sidelines.
There's Jack McQuarrie along with Scott Savoy. We'll be talking to Jack at that's Scott Savoy, the head coach, co-coach of Bear River.
Scott Savoy towering over the referee.
Could be intimidating, but referee's got the whistle.
He does. And he's also got that yellow flag.
Yes.
He's got all the control. So 50 seconds to go now. They have the clock set, but the referee wants to talk to the other sidelines too.
50 seconds on the scoreboard clock.
So 1st and 10. And still providing an explanation.
Now they're satisfied with everything.
So they've got it set up. 1st and 10 here for the Cougars. 50 seconds to go. Back to pass. Throws over in the flat and incomplete.
Nice
hard hit.
Defensive play.
Had it in his hands there was number 7, W. Michael Turner. And down on the play is Hunter Tenqueri.
You would think that the receiver who went up in the air to get that ball would have come down with the worse for wear, but Hunter ended up. Let's see what happened to him here as that ball was way high. That's just goes up and gets him. Oh, they landed on him. That's what happened.
But a good defensive play there.
Right, I'm Cowboy.
I didn't know that Hunter was in the middle of a rodeo, Marty. Holy mackerel.
No wonder that poor guy can't get off the ground. He got stomped to death by a horse.
I've heard of I went to a fight and a hockey game broke out, but never I went to a football game and a rodeo broke out. Poor Hunter, I think he got trampled on that play.
Must have been.
So here we go. 2nd and 10. 46 ticks left here, and they have to call the play again. I think Bear River wants a timeout, and they take it.
This is the longest 2 minutes of football I've seen in a long time.
Kind of feels like a basketball game, Marty.
No kidding. Down to the...
Definitely not a hockey game. They get that over with quickly.
I noticed your Sharks last night came up a little bit short.
They did. I was at the Tank in San Jose as they played the New York Rangers, and the Sharks coming off a 5-game road trip were not quite able to rally against a strong New York Rangers team, losing 3-1. But that's yesterday's news, Marty. We're right here now for the big game.
Yeah, while you were doing that commute back home, I had watched the game on television, and it was pretty exciting.
Well, nothing like seeing it in person.
I know. That's the only way to watch a hockey game is in person.
And you ever have a chance to go to HP Pavilion in San Jose. It's a great venue here in Northern California and one of California's best sports teams. Back to pass. Looks. Throws long. Will be incomplete. Well defended on the play by Kyler Leventon. And that'll take it to 3rd down and 10. 40 seconds to go. And so here we go. Big play here for El Dorado. I'm sure that they would go for it on 1st down. It goes way over his head. Comes back to get it, has to fall on it, and that's going to be 4th and long. And I said I'm sure they'll go for it on 4th down. But that will that'll eat up the majority of the rest of the first half, except for the fact that it looks like
Cougars will take their last time out now. They were dead.
Well, Marty, I kind of have to question that call. They've got a 4th down and 20-something to go. You surely don't think that they're going to go for it on 4th and 20. Now, you might say, well, it's almost the end of the first half, but that would give Bear River a couple of good shots at another score. Don't you think that they'd punt and give it away at this point?
No, I think they'll try to throw the ball into the end zone and hope for maybe one of those. Just throw it up there and see who can come down with it.
And we've got a partial score here, probably in the 2nd quarter from Davis tonight, where Nevada Union is playing. And in the 2nd quarter, Nevada Union 14, Davis 7. So Nevada Union in desperate need of a win tonight to have a possibility of getting one of the 3 spots for the playoffs, does lead 14-7. But here it is, 4th down. We're going to call it 23. Back to pass. Strong rush.
He
falls down. Throws long. He's got it. Touchdown, El Dorado.
Oh, boy.
So the Cougars strike with 22 seconds to play in the first half, and it's 7-6.
Well, the Bear River put a big pass rush on, but both rushers fell down in the mud, and left the quarterback with plenty of time, and he throws a strike all the way down the sideline over the secondary's head and touchdown. What a play by El Dorado.
Put it right in his arms, Marty. Couldn't have thrown it any better. Gavard's best pass of the evening. Picks up 50-some yards on that play, and they are a conversion away from tying this game. In for the extra point is Andy Darr. Spotted. Well, whistle blew, so let's see what we've got here. So looks like it might be a motion penalty. Gil Dominguez, football individual extraordinaire, said that it was against the offense, but as usual, when it comes to football, Gil was wrong, and illegal formation there, or illegal substitution, and that'll bring it forward. They're just a yard out now, but they're still going to kick the extra point.
Darr is a sophomore. Let's see what he was kicking pretty well at.
Spotted, kicked.
That's good.
And good.
Boy, that's got to be a real letdown for Bear River, as they had him held with only 22 seconds left to go, and
having played almost a flawless first half defensively for Bear River, El Dorado strikes on one play, and it's 7-7.
Watch this now. The Bear River put a rush on, 2 outside rushers, and rushing the quarterback. Now watch, he falls down, and then that ball is passed all the way on down the sideline and got right on the money.
Perfect pass right into his arms.
Both Smith and Leventon were there, but Goes for 6 points, and the game's tied,
And
7-7.
it's all going to seemingly come down to 2 quarters here, Marty. Although Bear River will have 22 seconds to see what they might be able to do to end the first half. Gavard to kick off, and he squibs it through. That ball's going to die. Picked up. Almost breaks through the first wave of tacklers, and so on that play, Leventon has the ball and takes it to about the 45, and let's see what Bear River does here. 18 seconds to go. And that ball is going to be at the 42.
Let's see if they can do it. They may just take a knee.
I don't think so. Shotgun formation. Back to pass. Throws long. Incomplete.
Almost intercepted. That was intended for Lars Nielsen.
So Crosby now with a second down, but 12 seconds to go in the first half. Probably has 2 plays left.
This crowd on the Bear River side is stunned after that, watching their defense give up that score.
3 receivers near side. Crosby back. Throws it long over the middle, but it'll be intercepted and incomplete. Looked like it would be intercepted, but the ball was knocked out there. Defended very well by Tyler Gruber.
Now, he's just playing center field and just going where the ball's being thrown, and almost made the interception. They got time for one more play. It's going to have to go into the end zone, and CJ is wondering what play they're going to call. And
I think the play they're going to call is deep.
Yep.
And with 48 yards to go, with 58 yards to go for a touchdown for Bear River, they're going to just hand off here on the play. And there's a fumble on the play. But Bear River recovers it, and that's how the first half will end. So we're at halftime here on the NorCal Game of the Week from J. David Ramsey Stadium on the campus of Bear River High School. And the Cougars giving the Bruins quite a game, 7-7 here at halftime, and it's going to just take 2 quarters to decide this. So let's take a look here at the first half, Marty. Bear River seemed to be able to move the ball fairly well, but it was the big play that killed them at the end of the first half.
It was. That was Bear River had their opportunity, but they went 3 and out, and then they had to kick the ball back to the Cougars, and the next thing you know, a couple of big plays and they end up, they had one that, fortunately they had one more timeout left. They called it with 28 seconds left to go in the half and completed that, I don't know, what do you say it was, about 45, 50-yard pass play?
Yeah, and you know, I think the neat thing about it, though, is that Bear River will get the ball to start off the second half, so we'll see what they come out with for the second half. And we'd like to remind you that the NorCal Game of the Week is being underwritten by Hanson Brothers Construction and HB Rentals. Hanson Brothers is all about aggregates, and their new facility in Colfax means that they have even more for your landscaping needs. Whether you need crushed mine rock, base rock wrap, building stone, or large landscape rocks, Hanson Brothers has it all, and they are there to assist you at Hanson Brothers Construction and HB Rentals.
Weaver Auto and Truck Center. Tom and Matt Weaver want you to know all about their state-of-the-art service facility at the new Weaver Auto and Truck Center. Their service center it's the first of its kind in Nevada County, with environmental features to make servicing your GM cars even more efficient. They have several new lifts and computers at nearly every workstation, which are tied in directly to GM Service Center, Weaver Auto and Truck Center.
DWS Painting, the winter rains are almost here. I think they are. But don't let another season go by without protecting your most valuable possession, your commercial building or home. Dean Sarenbetz has over 20 years of experience as a licensed painting contractor and knows that to keep your property at its highest value, you need to protect it from our harsh winters with a new coat of paint. And Dean is really proud of his stepson, number 59, Brandon Stevens, and the entire Nevada Union JV football team, DWS Painting.
Nevada and Placer County Realty. Nevada and Placer County Realty specialize in representing both buyers and sellers with services centered around customer service. Broker Rob Tiora and his assistant Georgia Dawson have created several dynamic websites linked to the multiple listings of both Nevada and Placer counties, offering you a wide selection of properties that are currently available. Nevada and Placer County Realty.
Top This Truck and Auto Accessories owner Chuck Cavros knows that nothing makes your car or truck look better than accessories from Top This. And Top This delivers truck and auto attitude every day with an indoor display featuring accessories from Weather Guard, DZ, and Racket truck racks, along with a selection of chrome toolboxes, mirrors, and tie-downs. So give your truck some attitude and get the service you want at Top This Truck and Auto Accessories.
And by Touchdown Productions, celebrating a decade of local sports television in the foothills. This is Marty Mortensen along with Jim Adams reminding you to send in your pledges and thank you for participating in the third annual Day of Giving telethon, which you just saw here at NCTV Channel 11. It's only through your continued generosity and support that we can all help our local nonprofit organizations. It was a really great day. A nice job done by Jim Adams, and thank you for giving us so generously to the third annual Day of Giving telethon.
You know, really enjoyed it. That's always a big day in Nevada County history, the Day of Giving on NCTV Channel 11. One of the things that is great is our quality of life here in Nevada County and the ability to have a Day of Giving. It was great to host the United Way segment from 8 a.m. to noon, and if you're watching this on NCTV on Saturday night the 4th, we hope that you enjoyed the Day of Giving and hope that it set a record for giving in Nevada County. Marty, missed you this year.
Yes, I got other plans, unfortunately, but I'll get a chance next year.
Known as a golf game?
No, I got some other family stuff. Let's take a look at the cheerleaders here do their routine from Bear River.
And we are fortunate enough to have Gil Dominguez as our sideline host for halftime. Gil, go ahead and take it away.
Thanks a lot, guys. Down here with Jack McCrory. Jack McCrory, who I haven't seen all year. I've been looking for you when been here. I think this is our third or fourth Bear River game this year.
I live here, Gil. You know that.
Well, that's why I couldn't figure out why I wasn't seeing you. I was looking under the bleachers, looking up by the gate, looked in the snack bar, figured, well, maybe you're hanging out there.
I was in the gym.
Well, I know you love the gym. And actually, you love the entire campus and the entire school. Everybody knows you're retiring. This is your last year. And it's a sad moment that you're not going to be at the athletic director anymore. But then on the other hand, you've accomplished so much here in your tenure at Bear River. And, congratulations to you on everything that you've accomplished.
It's been a good run. Had a lot of fun. This is my last home football game, probably. I'm hoping it's not, but we shall see. The good news, we got the pool in and we got the theater in, and now we're hearing rumblings about real bathrooms with toilets that flush after 20 years, and maybe some bleachers. And I wish I could have finished that piece of the puzzle, but we did a lot here over 21 years, and feel good about it.
Well, you got to figure where you started from, and it would be nice to have the all-weather track in, or the field turf, or a stadium like Hooper Stadium. But really, you guys began with nothing, and just needed so much infrastructure that it's really hard to prioritize. But really, those things got to come first.
Oh yeah, no, we fought for everything we got here. When Dick Wernz was here, we got these lights up here. We used to play on Saturdays. We used to play our home basketball games up in Nevada Union for 5 years. Our swimmers, 20 years going to wherever to swim. It's just so neat. Our freshmen just finished all 7 sections being in the pool and doing some water safety stuff. But that's just been awesome. So. These 6 acres over here, we had a nice parent group do that too, and the bond issue and the people that did the bond and the opening ceremonies we've had last Wednesday and this Wednesday to celebrate the theater. Just a beautiful theater, and our pool is just beautiful. So a lot has happened, since I've been here. But this is my 33rd year. I'll be coaching my 33rd basketball team this year. It's time. Somebody else's turn, and it'll be fine.
No, I'm sure it will be fine. You've set the bar pretty high, though, for whoever it is to follow you. And I know that we've enjoyed the last 10 years of that. This is our 10th year, our 10th football season. So, I remember when we were the new kids on the block.
Well, the kids with your program and putting them on TV has just been huge. They think they're superstars now. They get to see themselves a couple times during the week, and it's awesome. It's absolutely awesome. We're lucky to have such great coverage here in our little community. And 10 years, I didn't know it's been that long.
Right, our 10th anniversary, and unbelievably, the Commander's still running.
I was just going to say, I saw the Commander. I thought we were going to shoot that thing and call it a day.
Few leaks in the roof,
Effort
though,
died
Gil.
going to wherever the heck it was last year.
Playoffs.
Yeah.
Well, actually, the word is out. We do have a new box truck that we're putting together. It's a 14-foot box truck. We're building the inside. So the Commander doesn't have too many more sheets on it, and we're going to put it out on those 6 acres over there to graze, I think.
Yeah, but it's awesome. This community television and what you've done with the Touchdown Productions has been a great part of our high school career here. The kids are all excited when they get interviewed and when they get to see themselves on TV. It's good. Anything good for the kids here makes me real happy.
Now, all those basketball seasons, Brandon, there's a lot of noise coming in the control room. All those basketball seasons, does any one particular season stand out?
It's just different kids. Over there somewhere is Chris Smith, 93, huge guy. He made a shot in the playoffs, almost like a half quarter to win the game, and of course he's reminiscing about it as we speak there. I'm trying to put together some stuff. I try to remember what the heck I've done here, and we've had 5 banners in 20 years. It's 1 every 4-year type average, so it's not bad. I'm proud of what we've done here. The boys' league has been tough, but
the boys' league has always been tough. I remember one year we went out with you to the playoffs, and I forget what school it was, but you were a low seed, weren't expected to win, and pulled off a big first-round victory.
Yeah, we're going to have my last alumni game November 22nd, and Steve Box is spearheading that, and it's just great stuff.
Well, so many great athletic moments, and of course, as the athletic director, you get to share in everybody's glory, helping them put together their teams, and you go to all the events, a tremendous, all the different programs, football, of course, but Lady Bruin basketball certainly has to be one of the crown jewels of the campus.
Oh, their success through Gansky has been unbelievable. Unbelievable. Gansky is just an awesome coach. What he's done here he raised the bar really high. But last Thursday we played Colfax right here, boys soccer, and we beat them 4-0 after they beat us 4-0, and formed a little human pyramid here, tunnel, and I was with Dr. Molina, and all the guys ran through, and just a huge night here last Thursday, and then this Thursday, or Wednesday, we lost to Colfax girls volleyball in the 5th round, and now Tuesday I get to go to Somerville High School, which is the other side of Sonora.
Way past the normal curvature of the earth.
3 hours. Oh my gosh! But I keep saying this is my last freshman game. That was my last JV game. This is the last, at least, regular season football varsity. Real proud of what has happened here.
So it's a year of last for you, but if you're like Dick Wernz, I'm sure that we're going to be seeing you around the campus, and your involvement probably won't end just because you're not getting a paycheck.
Oh no, the paycheck had nothing to do with it, but I won't be coaching. I'm not Dick Wernz in that regard. He had to go and run the school as a principal. He didn't get to stay out here with the athletes. I've had a great time with the athletes.
He was even working with Marty a couple weeks ago.
Is that right? Marty needs help.
No, well, he's got Jim Adams up there tonight, so he's got plenty of help up there in the booth. Listen, though, I'm sure we'll see you again at basketball. Matter of fact, I know we will. We've been a little lax on covering Bruin basketball the last few years. It's been some rough seasons for you guys. But we will be out there for your last season and record a couple more memories for you.
Oh, yeah. You're always welcome here, Gil.
All right. Thanks a lot. Jack McCrory joining us at halftime as the Bruins in a tough battle here, 7-7, a last-second touchdown in the second quarter. Long pass tied up the game. Guys, they need to win this in order to set up that championship game with Colfax next week. We'll see what happens. Be sure to stay tuned. And, of course, thank you for watching the Day of Giving all day long here on NCTV. What a great show it was. Really appreciate your support as we help all the nonprofits here in Nevada County. Let's thank that second group of underwriter guys. And get ready, here it comes, Chris, for Bear River football.
Oh, my God. It looked like Halloween revisited. They're going to think that it's a horror genre program after seeing Gil like that. Bear River will come out and have the ball at the beginning of the second half. Maybe they need Gil there on the line. But we'd like to remind you that the NorCal Game of the Week is being underwritten by Foothill Real Estate and Foothill Financial. Foothill Real Estate is a full-service real estate broker with over 17 years of experience for you. Steve has handled hundreds of successful transactions, so you can buy or sell with confidence, and his full-service discount commission policy means you'll save commission expense while receiving award-winning service. It's all at Foothill Real Estate and Foothill Financial in Bear River.
And the Port of Subs, Cindy and Mike Argento, along with John Larimer, own the 2 Port of Subs locations in Grass Valley and Nevada City and offer fresh sliced sandwiches daily with a selection of wrap, salad, soups, and party trays. So whether you've been counting your calories or your carbs or your pennies, Port of Subs has something for every appetite. Call for or fax in your order, and you'll never have to wait in line at the Port of Subs.
Lisa Chan and Jerry Chan and Lisa Moon OD, specializing in family vision care. For over 27 years, you can trust Jerry Chan and Lisa Moon to offer thorough eye exams and to write and fill eyeglass prescriptions. You'll receive your glasses in just a few days and enjoy the benefits of clear vision. They'll offer a selection of frames and lenses, as well as special contacts for stigmatism. Just another example of how Jerry and Lisa love to look after the health of your most precious gift, your gift of sight.
Plaza Tire and Auto Service. If it's round, rubber, and it rolls, then you'll find it at both locations of Plaza Tire. From tires and brakes to full engine replacements, the pros at Plaza have got you covered. You'll always know where you stand at Plaza Tire because all the work is authorized by you before they begin. That's why Plaza Tire is the official repair facility of your NorCal Game of the Week. Plaza Tire and Auto Service, professional auto repair done on your schedule, not theirs.
Walker's Office Supplies. Do you want friendly service? Do you crave a staff that is knowledgeable and helpful without being pushy? Well, Mike Anderson and his staff at Walker's know your business, and they know your name because they're local just like you. They also know what your business needs to run more efficiently, and they carry thousands of products from printer inks to pencils. You can order over the phone, and they'll usually deliver in just one day at Walker's Office Supplies.
And by Touchdown Productions, celebrating our 10th season of local sports television. Be sure to join us next weekend for Week 9 of the 2006 football season. We'll travel to Falcon Stadium on the campus of Colfax High School for the PBL championship game as the Falcons host the Bear River Bruins. Both teams hope to be undefeated in league on that night, and the PBL championship will hang in the balance. So be sure to tune in next week. It's Colfax Falcons versus Bear River.
And so the kickoff to start the second half was not very successful. For El Dorado. It went out of bounds and the flag was thrown, and so I believe that Bear River will get the ball at the 35-yard line. So let's take a look, some conversation there. And his mic is cutting out a little bit.
Well, it's pretty damp out here. Hey,
Marty, explain to me why the ball's at about the 28 there. Anyway, Bear River, 2 running backs, goes through the left side, hits a wall of Cougars, and gets to about the 29.
Andy Parkett was the ball carrier. Just want to say one thing here is the Bear River freshman team won their 9th in a row last night. They won, so that they are 9-0. They have only given up 1 touchdown the entire season.
Here's a lateral and a completion. Referee goes down on one knee, and C.J. Crosby is tackled behind the line of scrimmage, and that's going to bring up about a third down and 10.
This is not the way Bear River wanted to start it. They start this second half. They wanted to be able to grind out some yardage and put a score on the board, but right now it's third and long. They need a first down.
Crosby comes up at quarterback here. Back to pass in shotgun. Throws long, but incomplete. Intended receiver was Lars Nielsen, and so that'll bring up a 4th down, and Marty 3 and out on the first sequence here of the second half for Bear River.
That's not a good start. They only had 1 receiver in the pattern on that play, and it looked like it was going to be just that little down and out to the sideline, but then the Cougars didn't bite on it, and it went incomplete. So they could get good field position here.
Let's see what happens. In a very wet, muddy part of the field. Punt is away. Nice kick. Comes on over. This one could be returned. Picked up, corralled. Gets away from the first man. Gets away from the second man. Still on his feet, but finally taken down is Colin Williams. So Williams with a nice return, and El Dorado will start their first second half possession inside the 50, inside Bear River territory at the 45.
Brian Wells came up with a touchdown saving tackle. Now watch, gets by Tanqueray there and missed that tackle, and then Wells came over and made that tackle.
So here comes El Dorado. Cougars first play. Nice gain on the play. Big hole. Breaks into the secondary. First down for John Paul Turner.
Well, I think that That score at the end of the half has fired up these Cougars.
And Bear River, who came into the game thinking that this was indeed a very winnable contest, is suddenly in a battle. 1st and 10.
Well,
fumble.
Let's see if like he got his own fumble back. That big play, though, that set that touchdown up was that interception that Bear River got credited for an interception, but then it was fumbled after he took a couple steps, and they had a first down, and that was the difference in how they came up with their 7 points at the end of that first.
Well, partially,
first
but
half.
if you remember, it was like a 4th down and 22.
Yes, that's true.
We were wondering if they were going to punt, but instead they hit pay dirt over the middle, complete. Tries to break a tackle, but stood up defensively by Bear River, and that'll bring up a 3rd down on the play. Clock continues to run, 9:37 to go. Early moments of the 3rd quarter. Bruins 7, Cougars 7. And that'll mean a 3rd down and 4.
Big defensive stand for Bear River.
Handoff. Hits the line close to a first down. Don't think he made it. Turner on the carry. And they may need a measurement here after
No, they're going to give it to him.
And I guess it's a first down. Marty didn't look like he had that much penetration.
I didn't think so, but the referee is right there. And big
and
first
that's the
down.
only opinion that counts.
That's exactly right. They're on the move. Oh, there's
another fumble, and they have to fall on it. So they start this sequence the same way that they started the second one, or the last one. And that'll be a loss of 3 yards, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
2nd and 12.
And for Gavard, perhaps another passing situation. But instead, handoff. Left side, Turner, little hole, gets a few yards on the play. However, that's going to bring up a 3rd down and long. Bear River with another big opportunity, and is El Dorado in 4-down territory here, Marty?
I don't know. They've got a pretty good field goal kicker. We watched them warm up. That's Dar.
3rd and 10.
And
fumbles again. And that's going to be 4th down if they didn't lose that one. And it stays with El Dorado. And so the Cougars, 2 fumbles in the last 3 plays.
They're going to send in the field goal team.
And they're going to go for a field goal here. So with 7.5 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter, this is going to be a 40-yard field goal attempt. From the 30, just about the middle of the field, in is Andy Dar. Snapped, spotted, kicked. No good.
But they're going
to they're going to call roughing the kicker, and that'll be a 1st down.
That was a big mistake on Bear River's part. Oh, no, now Bear River's clapping. Oh, they're going to...
No, it's roughing the kicker, so it'll be a penalty against the Bruins and an automatic 1st down. Personal foul, roughing the kicker against Bear River.
Well, the thing is, they didn't need to do that, and the reason for that is that penalty, that distance is a long ways. Let's see what happened.
And there he slices across.
Yep, they got him, but they didn't need to really put that much pressure on him because that was long field goal attempt, especially in the wet weather. So now Bear River's got themselves in a hole that they're going to have to.
And it'll be a first. I think it will be a 1st and 10. I think they can still get a 1st down. Turner on the carry. Really does not get anything, and that'll be a 2nd down. And here is the replay on that roughing the kicker. Well, maybe not there. Oh, we're going through the rainbow colors. There we are, back to live action. And a second down, second and, I'm going to say second and 10. I think they can get a first down. Back to pass. Throws, incomplete, and he had number 44, Robert Hart, wide open, and had Hart caught that ball, he had some room to roam. Might have been a touchdown for the Cougars, but instead, 3rd and 10.
3rd and goal at the 10.
6:23 to go. 3rd quarter, we're knotted up at 7. Bear River, El Dorado. So a big 3rd down play. Back to pass. Looks, throws, incomplete. So now for Dar, a much better field goal attempt, Marty.
Yeah, he'll have about 20 yards look at this one, closer than last time. Of course, no, in this field position and the kicking at an angle and the field conditions, it's still going to be pretty tough.
So a 27-yarder to take the lead. Spotted, kicked, looks like it will be wide right, and it is no good. So Bear River holds, will take over the ball on the 20-yard line, and it remains 7-7 with 6:14 to go in the 3rd quarter. Marty, good defensive stand. A few mistakes by Bear River, but they hang in there.
Yeah, they did, but boy, they dodged a big bullet. Now they're going to have to. They're going to have to now.
Their mistakes have really killed them tonight. The interception that was a fumble that you talked about a moment ago, and a couple of key penalties that have really hurt them. But here they have the ball, 1st and 10. Crosby takes the ball and tries to get a few yards up the middle, and he gets 3, and that'll make it a 2nd down and 7.
Belknap comes into the game.
Robert Hart and Corey McGee on the tackle. 2nd and 7.
So a 2nd and 7. Again, left side. Good yardage, but fumbled it perhaps at the end of the play. He did, and it is turned over to the Cougars. So Crosby fumbles the ball on his own carry, and they turn it on over. And the defense that has been on the field for the majority of the 3rd quarter will have to come back on out to defend the Cougars. Let's take a look and see if we can see that fumble, Marty.
It looked like it was about ready to get the 1st down, but then somebody, they came in and tackled the ball at the end of that run. He was on his way for a 1st down.
So handoff. Stutter steps through the right side. Nice gain, good yardage, broken tackles. Picks up about 8 on the play. Michael Reed on the carry. And Reed takes it to about the 20-yard line, where that will be a 2nd down and about 2 or 3. 5 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. El Dorado again knocking at the door. 2nd and 2. Handoff. Looked like Reed again. A flag comes in. Normally where you'd see holding. And Reed again on the carry. And there's one that really hurts the Cougars. So 2nd down and very short. And there, it looks like you can see it right there in the middle of your screen.
Yep.
And here it comes. So instead of a second and short, in fact, instead of a first down, it'll now be second and long. Second and about 12.
Infraction at the 20, puts it back at about the 30, second and 11.
Handoff, Reed again, this time corralled far short of a first down, and that'll bring up third down and long.
Giacomini made the stop.
Giacomini in on the tackle.
Axel Wadman.
And Marty, this Bear River team is starting to depend too much on its defense.
Well, they've been doing that all year. And well, we've only given up 91 points for the whole season.
Third and 9.
4 minutes to go in the third quarter. Tied at 7. And a timeout is called before the play gets off. So Savoy of Bear River calls timeout. It is granted, and with 3:58 to go, Bear River didn't like what they saw offensively, and so Savoy calls a timeout and gathers his defense around him. El Dorado, as we mentioned, 2 wins and 3 losses versus the 4-0 record in the PVL by Bear River, and yet El Dorado, perhaps partly because of field conditions, is giving Bear River everything they can handle tonight.
Certainly, you can say that for sure. It's tough out there with the footing isn't all that great. The ball is slippery and can't get the passes up. The receivers can't run their patterns properly with the mud and defenders falling down. It's tough for these, especially when they practiced all week and the field was in good shape until last night.
So here it is, big third down play, 3rd down and 9. Back to pass, hit as he throws, intercepted
by
This
Wadman.
could be a big return. And instead he's captured over on the far sideline as Colin Williams makes the interception.
That was
And a timely turnover for the Bruins, Marty.
Axel Wadman came up with the big interception. Watch this. They put a pass rush on. They got to him. Big rush in there by Tommy Jones to set that up. He was kind of hit. And Wadman smelled that out, and he grabbed it, headed down the sideline.
It looked like he had a wide open
That's
field,
what it
Marty.
looked like.
But they closed in quickly.
Let's see if Bear River can capitalize.
So here we go. Handoff up the middle. Big
That's
gainer.
Paquette.
First down.
Andy Paquette, he's one of those kind of runners that's 5 yards in a cloud of dust, but no dust tonight, but he picked up a big gainer, about 12 or 13 yards.
Into Cougar territory. Bear River. Only their second possession of the second half here. Handoff left side, breaks the tackle and gets 3 more yards on the play as Belknap carries the ball.
Now the runners are running with a little bit of inspiration as Duncan waves to the crowd to try to get the crowd fired up. Let's take a look at that replay by...
And look at, he stopped there, Marty, but breaks on through for about 3 or 4 more yards. So here back to live action. Tries to hit the right side, but there's nothing there on the play as Andy Paquette is stopped close to the line of scrimmage, and that'll bring up a 3rd down, and we're going to call it 2.
And they're holding on to that ball with holding on to the ball with 2 hands, because with this drive here, you don't want to fumble the ball and give the ball back to your opponent.
So 3rd down, big play here. 2 backs giving it to the second one, and Paquette runs into a brick wall.
Well, I think he got it. I think they're going to give him forward progress for a first down.
Let's see where they spot it, Marty. A good spot, and that's going to be close.
Now they're going to call for a measurement.
I think they need to. This one is going to be close. I think I'm going to say he got it.
I have to go with you on that one. I've got the binoculars on it, and it looks like it's a first down by about 5 links of that chain.
And here it is. And it's going to be by the nose of the football.
No, it's short.
Short by an inch.
Boy, look at that. He's got to. They got to go for it. They're on. If you can't get an inch in this situation, that's exactly right. They're going to go for it. Crowd's into it.
So C.J. Crosby brings in this big call. 4th down.
They've already converted 1 4th down already tonight. That resulted in a score later on.
Crosby takes his own number and gets the first down.
Yeah, he got it. All he had to do was follow the center, and that was worth a first down.
And that's one of the good aspects of having Crosby at quarterback, who's also an excellent runner. He can follow that blocking and get the yardage. So Bear River on the move at the 38-yard line.
Yeah, he's a tough kid. Man, he's playing both ways. A lot of these Bear River players are playing both ways, and especially in these conditions. Now they're going to measure again.
Well, this is a waste of time because this is a first down. There's no way that he didn't pick up an inch. It's not going to even be close, and it isn't. It's a first down by 2 lengths of a football.
Yeah, that I didn't understand that. I mean, the ball was, but it's a first down. That's their second conversion of a 4th down tonight, and the first time it resulted in a touchdown. Let's see what they can do here.
So 1:52 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Crosby, good gainer.
He got tripped up.
He may have been tripped by his own player there.
Might have been.
But he picks up a effective 6 yards on play, and that'll make it 2nd down and 4. Let's take a look at this, see if we can see how he gets tripped here, Marty.
Yeah, he does. He tripped right over his own man. That's too bad. He had a wide open area there.
Here he goes again, almost slips and falls, and instead hits that big Cougars line and is pushed backwards, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Inside 1 minute to play in the 3rd quarter. 7-7. Jim Adams, Marty Mortensen bringing you the action here from Bear River tonight. This big PVL game between the Bruins and the El Dorado Cougars. Nothing has been decided yet. 3rd down, 3 yards to go. Crosby, first down and more into the secondary, plowing inside the 20 to the 17-yard line, where it'll be another 1st and 10.
Oh, he took that over the left side. The offensive line just opened up a big hole for him, and he took it. Good blocking, straightforward blocking by the offensive line, and CJ just capitalized on that as he took it down. Looks like it's inside the about the 18-yard line.
And Marty, this has been a real dogfight tonight. Yards hard to come by, but Bear River on the move. 1st and 10 from the 17. Handoff, right side, big gainer, inside the 10, the 5.
Touchdown!
Touchdown, Bruins! With 5 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter.
That was Belknap.
Belknap has scored for Bear River, and they take a 13-7 lead.
Big touchdown run over the right side this time. Good blocking by Davis and Duncan.
And an excellent drive, a very efficient drive by Bear River, Marty.
Yes, it was.
Parquet to hold.
Parquet holding, spotted, kicked.
Looks good.
Good. So we've got a kickoff to go here in the third quarter. 5 seconds to play in the third quarter. And Bear River, as we close it out in the third quarter, has taken a 14-7 lead. Marty, let's take a look at this.
Now watch this hole open up. Duncan with a good block, and then coming up and making another good block. And then he just turned on the afterburners and good stiff arm. Gets it in and then dives into the end zone. And got the ball. He went out of bounds, but the ball was still in bounds as his feet went out of bounds, and that was a big touchdown for Bear River.
So a big boost for the Bruins. And for El Dorado, for the Cougars, definitely some work to do here in the fourth quarter.
Well, these referees are really struggling tonight. They're having to come over and talk to the coach on both sides each time. I don't know what the problem is.
There kind of comes a point at which you over-communicate. But a number of people gathered here on the near side of the field, almost right in front of us. And let's take a look here. We've got...
that's Coach Savoy. And then now one of the Bear River coaches is heading over to the other sideline.
And we get from the commander that they have an equipment repair that they need. And the fans are getting a little restless over on this side of the field. And I think that the problem is that I think the chain is broken. Well,
Doc Miller!
It'd be pretty difficult to continue the game without the chain. Looks like they're over there trying to pair it. There's your referee.
It's not an injury. I just got some
Looks a little bit like Mills Lane.
I just wondered if they lost a link.
The missing link. Marty.
Okay, they got it fixed, looks like.
There, it looks like we may be able to continue. The referee in a big conversation, but I think he's ready to get it back going again. Marty, getting to be about 9:35. This is a little bit past your bedtime, isn't it?
No, not quite. I don't have very far to go tonight.
You don't?
No.
So you're happy. So you're happy.
I just wish it would
moderately,
be a little warm.
as happy as Marty can get during a game.
Yeah.
Is that it?
It would be nice if it was a little bit warmer.
A little warmer. Well, you know, we've had several games this season where we haven't had to wear a jacket.
I know.
This is, you know, the first time I've had to wear one this year. So we've had years where we had to wear it from the first game on.
Right.
So
from the first preseason game.
So Mernan to kick off for Bear River, and there it is, another one of those squibbers, hits him in the foot and hit right away and just buried as Ian Hokanson takes the ball, and good field position for the Cougars. They'll have it at about the 37.
He got hammered by a couple of Bear River tacklers.
And there's 1 second left. And so we're going to have one more play here to end the third quarter. Gavard almost fumbles again. Back to pass. Throws, has a man out in front.
Boy,
but fortunately for Bear River, it's incomplete as Colin Williams was out there on the play.
Boy, he beat two defenders. Zach Logue comes out to talk to his defense saying, whoa, don't let that happen again. Well, that'll end the third quarter.
And Marty, you have to wonder here, did Bear River think that they would be in as close a game at this point in the contest as they are?
Well, probably not. Although I talked to Coach Logue before the game, and I said, well, how do you feel about tonight's game? He said, boy, you just don't know what to expect. I mean, this team's very explosive. They can get a lot of points, but Bear River's defense hasn't given up very many points. So, and here they've only given up 7, and they could have a 14-0 lead with just as easy as leading 14-7 on that big play with only 25 seconds left to go in the first half. But Coach Logue knew that they were going to be in for a fight tonight, because this team is very explosive.
So El Dorado with a 2nd down and 10 to start the fourth quarter. Rolls right, throws, intercepted. Mitchell Militano.
He's had a tough night tonight. He's been racked around with. He's been hit a couple times in the midsection, and he's been favoring his ribs. Let's watch this.
Look at how he extends himself so high for this, Marty.
Went up. Nice. So Bear River picks up a big break. Now if they can capitalize on it, they could be in the driver's seat here.
Handoff. Left side.
I think that was Belknap. Oh, Parquette. 21.
So a 2nd down and 8.
They'll try to run some time off the clock.
So the Bruins on a 2nd and 8, shotgun formation, but all that does is allow Crosby to break through the left side. Nice gainer, gets close to the first down, does not quite convert, and that'll bring up a 3rd down and short.
Let's watch CJ.
No, they're going to give him the first down. So there's Crosby breaking through the left side. Marty Crosby with a lot of all-purpose yards tonight.
He's been doing it all tonight. Excellent ball player. All season long he's been making this team go. There's a...
Crosby wants to pass, throws,
it hit the ground, I think. Oh, that was too bad.
Caught it on one hop. Lars
Nielsen
Nielsen.
just lost his footing trying to release that ball, and it just came up a little bit short. He had him wide open. Good play call, as I think the Cougars were expecting a run situation there.
So 2nd and 10. Bear River on an important drive here. A touchdown would give them a 2-possession lead, which would be huge at this point in time. Crosby again. Nice gain, left side. 1st down Bruins. Flag comes in late. And let's see what they have here. And I think it was a hold, and it was.
Yeah, that.
So let's take a look at this one here, Marty.
Still don't see anything. Couldn't tell, but look at CJ just. Hammer down. Takes 3-4 guys to bring him down.
So it will remain 2nd down, and because of where the holding was called, it's going to be a 2nd down and,
looks like
2nd and 10.
That would have been a 1st down.
So Crosby's going to have to make it happen again here, as he has all night. 2nd and 10, man in motion. Back to pass, keeps it, throws long, out in front.
Oh, he's just out of bounds. Let's see what they say.
Let's see. They call it a reception.
He had his feet in bounds.
Lars Nielsen.
Boy, he caught the ball out of bounds, but he had his feet in bounds.
Well, let's take a look, see if we can get that on the replay. Here it is, Marty.
Let's watch this now. He's coming down. He's got his feet in bounds,
Good call. 1 foot in.
Yeah, got his foot in.
1 foot in. So, 1st and 10. Crosby, left side, gang tackle, doesn't reach the end zone. But the Bruins knocking at the door after facing a tie at halftime. They scored to pretty much close out the 3rd quarter. And now with 10 minutes to go in the game, they're looking to make this a 2-possession game for the El Dorado Cougars.
CJ's got to be running out of gas here pretty soon. He's a one-man wrecking crew out there, and there he goes again.
Not yet, and he's in the end zone. Touchdown, Bear River.
CJ Crosby puts another 6 points on for that interception. Has paid off for the Bruins.
And on a cold, wet night here with Bear River on the road to Colfax for next week's huge confrontation between these two teams. Bear River has now lengthened their lead to 20-7, and the point after is upcoming. High snap, and this one he'll have to try to do something with it. Rolls around the left side, but it's going to be taken down back at about the 20-yard line, and so the conversion fails. 9:43 to play in the 4th quarter, 20-7 Bear River, and Marty, I guess now it just is turned over to the defense.
Let the defense take charge right now, as they've done all year. Take a look at that replay on that bad snap. The ball was a little bit high. Paquette couldn't bring it down. Dropped it, and he slides. And now Paquette tries to run it, but that's to no avail. Gets by one man, but running in the wrong direction. But now, just like you mentioned, Jim, it's let the defense take charge and see what they can do to stop this potent Cougar offense.
And kicking is Jared Murnan.
Let's see where they go with it this time.
So Murnan to kick off. Little unorthodox style, and again tries to hit that middle area.
They give them good field position, but they just don't want to kick it to their two deep backs back there, because they've got potential to run it back.
And one of the things that they've done very well prior to the game, one of the assets that the Cougars had was really good special teams play, and Bear River has pretty much negated that tonight.
They have.
So this will make it 1st and 10.
It's going to force them into a passing situation, and Bear River has been capitalizing, except for one play. There's a run.
Handoff, left side, well defended, maybe a yard on the play. Reed, the carrier on the play for the Cougars.
Randgold came up, and Wadman to make that stop.
Axel Wadman made the stop. 2nd and 9.
So a 2nd and 9. Passing play. Heavy pressure, breaks away, and then is hit and driven backwards.
Wadman he and Belknap just leveled them. That quarterback knew he was going to get hit, and he just kind of crumpled up before they came and just.
No gain on the play. 3rd and 9.
Brad Smith comes in.
Wadman's mouthpiece falls right out in that dirt.
Well, he really leveled him.
But a 3rd and long, a big 3rd and 8. Big play defensively for the Bruins. Gavard back, throws complete, but hardly a gain on the play as Trevor Peterson makes the catch, and that'll bring up a 4th down and about 6. And the Cougars send in what appears to be their punting team. However, they have some very good trick plays, including a good fake punt. So let's see what happens here. And here it is.
Oh, there's a illegal procedure.
And it was going to be a kick on the play.
Terry Logue is just absolutely going crazy. He's relaying the defensive signals down, and he is with the crowd being as quiet as it is. You can hear him all the way down here.
So here we go again. Let's see what they do in this situation. It was a kick before, and it is again. And Bear River just needs to get away from a terrible kick on the play. Picked up about a net of maybe 10 yards. Oh, wait a minute. Where are they going to spot it here?
Hey, where are you going with that ball?
Oh, and they hit a great spot.
Oh, boy, did they ever. That ball went out of bounds at about the 45-yard line.
Somebody was asleep at the switch on that one.
Boy, that was unbelievable.
20-7. Look at the line score there. Big second half for Bear River, and here they have the ball again offensively. Handoff left side. Andy Parquette.
Parquette the ball carrier,
and a few first downs here, Marty, could really make a dent in this clock of 7:09 to play in this contest.
That might have left
Looked
too
like
early.
motion, but no, and Crosby fights for what appears to be the first down.
Looks like a...
And let's see, it looks like a first down from here. However, I'm sure he's going to call for a measurement.
Well, I'm not going to call it this time. I missed on the last one.
Yeah, that's pretty close. But it's either going to be a 1st and 10 or a 3rd down and very short. And it's going to be a 3rd and short. About a foot.
Well, they might have added some links to that chain while we weren't looking, huh?
Getting colder and damper as the night goes on.
Yeah, the wind has picked up a little bit here, and it's blowing right at us, and it's getting a little chilly now.
On the positive side of it, it was a little bit foggy earlier in the game, especially during the JV game. So at least it's been clear out on the field, and that'll bring up a 3rd down and short. So a big play here for Bear River. Needs to get a first down. Handoff, right side, first down.
That was Schmidt.
And with 6:33 to play, this should allow Bear River to take a couple more minutes off the clock.
Good hole opened up on the right side. Spencer Krantz was a couple of good blocks there.
Crosby calls his own number. Nice gain on the play, short of a first down. But that should bring up second down and short.
7 yards. 88.
Coming in with the play, Belknap.
And Marty, as Crosby continues to run this offense and get very good yardage on these plays, each one of these first downs is really eating into the clock. We're now below 6 minutes to play. Crosby and shotgun. This time hands off. First down for the Bruins.
Belknap the ball.
Belknap takes that ball for another first down.
Gain of 7. First down, Bruins. Tackled by Michael Corba.
Looks like, looking at the uniforms on both these teams, they've been in a dogfight tonight. Good blocking going on that opened that hole up. Look,
And the
Belknap.
Bruins, you know, Marty, the Bruins have really, they've played a far better second half than they did.
Oh,
the
they
first
did.
half. Their offense has moved the ball extremely well. And here's another first down. Content to keep the ball on the ground, and Crosby breaks to the outside.
He just runs
stays
over people.
in bounds.
Oh, man. CJ just ran over one of the defenders. Unbelievable. He's a one-man wrecking crew tonight.
And another first down. This will take it inside of 5 minutes to play. Bruins leading 20-7 and driving again. Ball at about the 20. Handoff, left side, Belknap, a short gain.
That's all right. The clock keeps running. Chase Duncan is he's tired. I mean, they're all tired out there, but this late in the season, coming in the game is Jerry Senna. Yeah, out goes Duncan.
So second down. Crosby takes it himself, and a short gain this time. And that'll make it third down. 3rd and 8. Bruins inside the 20. Less than 4 minutes to go. I would imagine the Bruins would be reluctant to put the ball in the air. But they will. Back to pass, throws and incomplete.
He had his man, but it was he couldn't get a good grip on that ball. Wadman was open.
So on 4th down and deep in Cougars territory, let's see what Crosby might be able to come up with here. .339 to go. Man in motion. Fakes. Back. Throws. Complete.
Touchdown.
Touchdown, Bruins.
And Axel Wadman.
So Wadman takes it in, and with 3:32 to go, that stretches the lead to 26-7, and Marty, the fat lady's just about ready to sing.
I think you're right. That Bear River has put on a clinic here in this second half. A couple of good defensive stands. A field goal that went awry that would have given them the ball, but they had a penalty.
And, you know, let's face it, El Dorado played a very tough first half.
They did.
But in the second half, the difference definitely has been C.J. Crosby. He's taken over the game.
And he's done that most of the season, both offensively and defensively. Quite a ball player.
And let's take a look at this 4th down and 8, Marty.
It was a fake to Paquette, and then rolling out to his left. Plenty of time, nobody there, and then he throws a strike to Wadman. Wadman gets the ball on about the 6-yard line, and I don't know why that number two for
John Paul Turner.
He just quit on it. I'd like to see that again, as I can't believe that he just stood there.
Amazing.
I've never seen that. Now
let's take a look. Maybe you can stop it.
Now watch. He just
look at there. Look at number 2.
He thought he was in the end zone.
And it's just been announced.
What was
Colfax won 51-28 tonight. So the Bruins are going to have their hands full next week. Colfax having won their game, the Bruins will prevail here tonight with 3:23 to play, ahead by 20 points. And so that makes Colfax 9-0 on the season, and the Bear River, who will be 7-2 after tonight's contest, will go up for the big test next week in Colfax, Marty.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough one. Colfax always plays Bear River tough, especially in there up at the Falcon Stadium. It'll be an exciting game.
Throws that screen. That's complete. Nice yardage. Maybe 4 on the play. And the good thing is that keeps the clock running. That'll take it below the 3-minute mark. Hurry up offense for the Cougars at this point. 3 minutes exactly to play. Back to pass. Throws complete. First down. So McAfee with the reception. And now with 2:49 to go, they move the chains and now start the clock. Back to pass, throws, and complete. Continuing that hurry-up offense, 2.5 minutes to go.
Bear River only rushing 3 linemen. Low snap.
And there's a bad snap. They can't get in. Finally do, and take him down at the 40.
Once
and
again,
that'll bring up a 3rd down and 10, Marty.
Tommy Jones comes in with the sack.
And I believe that El Dorado has taken a timeout.
That was Jean-Paul Turner there.
No, official's timeout.
No, he's down on the ground.
Let's take a look, see what happened here.
Jean-Paul Turner is the injured Cougar.
Oh, it was a looks like he big number 75, Joel Davis, came in there and really hit him.
And the partials for Bear River start to head for the exits. Well, he just got flattened on that
boy,
play.
He did. That was Davis coming in at 172 versus Turner at 5'8", but it doesn't. We don't have his weight. He might have it in the program, but there was no contest.
Dan Nichols is the Bear River band's drum major, and he has participated in a camp at Cal State Sacramento where he was selected.
And
165. He gave away 10 pounds and
still laying flat on the field.
He is looking for any support that his Bear River friends could get him to make a trip to London where he would march in the University
And
the United States.
Colin Williams finally sitting up.
Was that 3 or was it Turner? I thought it was 2 for Turner.
Well, hard to tell at this point. Let's see.
Thought it was 2.
It is, yes. It looked like it was number 3, but it is Turner, John Paul Turner. So he finds his way off to the sidelines. And the clock will run. And interesting that you would think that El Dorado would have had a call played and play called and be ready to go, Marty, but instead they let the clock roll to within 2 minutes.
And the clock is running.
3rd and 9.
But they've got to get 3 scores, and I don't know how that's almost physically. They'll be unable to do it. Big rush by Bear River.
And he hits him over the middle. This could be a good gainer. Turner on the carry. Gets what looks like a little bit short of a first down.
For about 9 yards.
And so that's going to be a 4th down. The clock is stopped momentarily. And here they go on 4th down. Oh, it is a first down. They picked up a first down, so back to pass. Throws on over here, almost picked, but instead a good reception and a short gain on the play. Taylor Smith for the Cougars. So here in the waning minutes, just a little bit over a minute to play. Back again. And this could be a good, well, he cuts away from his blocking. Still goes away.
Flag.
Here comes a flag in on the play. And so with 52 seconds to play, they'll have to get this one untangled. And I think maybe we have a face mask, but let's see here. Personal foul. And it's against Bear River. And we've got a few fans here to our left, Marty, that just do not agree with that call.
No, I don't think so. I didn't see it, but.
So a 1st and goal inside the 10.
Bear Rivers.
Back to pass over the middle. Nice reception.
He came up short.
And he's short. 38 seconds. Clock is running. And a timeout is called by El Dorado. So looking to punch it over one more time from about the half-yard line. The Cougars take a timeout. And Marty, you take a look at it, kind of a rough first half in that, tied at 7s going in at halftime. But the Bruins have played an excellent second half.
They have, both offensively and defensively. They got the offense going. Defense stepped up several times. And that's the difference in the ballgame.
And a good preparation for next week against a Colfax team that looks like they're extremely good offensively.
Well, they are. They always have been.
And we'd like to remind you that we will be bringing you that Colfax Bear River game next week on the Touchdown Production Network of stations. So whether you're watching us on ACTV Channel 20 or NCTV Channel 11, Suddenlink 23, or Lake of the Pines 7, watch for that action next week. But here we go, 2nd and goal. And there's a fumble, and Bear River
got
gets
it. The defense steps up again. That should just about wrap it up. Good defensive stand, the 3rd week in a row they've done that at the goal line.
Very efficient defensively. Again denying the Cougars right at the goal line. Let's take a look at this. Again, a hard time making this handoff, Marty.
Oh, it hit the first back through. That's what happened. And the ball was kicked, bounced backwards, and then coming up with it. Couldn't see who that was.
So Bear River should be able to make one snap and then call it an evening. He won't be able to just kneel down.
No, because he'd be kneeling down in the end zone.
He's going to have to move it forward. And Drew Loftus takes the ball.
Well, they're going to be...
And unless El Dorado calls timeout, Marty, that's going to be it. And so Bear River, on the strength of a strong second half, is able to defeat a feisty El Dorado Cougars team here. And that's your ball game. Final score, Bruins 27, Cougars 7. And for Bear River, it sets them up perfectly for the big game next week, Marty.
So it will be a real barn burner next week at Colfax. But the last several years that Bear River has played Colfax, it's always come down to a big play, a big pass play, a fumble, or interception, and it's Bear River just seems to struggle on that last game of the season with Colfax. So let's see if they can have a good practice this week and be able to turn it around and win outright the PVL championship. There's a difference, 20 points to nothing. That's the difference in the ball game.
Scores at the end of the third and then really takes control in the fourth quarter.
And that one score that El Dorado picked up with 28 seconds left to go in that first half when they threw an interception, and then Bear River fumbled it on after the interception, and that set them up with another set of downs, and they ended up getting a fourth and forever, I guess, on that one play, and a nice pass in the end zone for a touchdown. Well, the fans start to file out.
And as we kind of lose our monitor there as the game comes to an end here, there you see the Bear River faithful kneeling down. And for the Bruins, a big week ahead.
Boy, I'll swing by and check out their practice during the week, and we'll see how they do. But they've got to be fired up because Colfax is their nemesis, and I think that they'll put a good practice in this week and be ready next week. For it all depends on what the weather's going to be. That weather over there can be pretty dicey at times.
We'd like to remind you that the NorCal Game of the Week has been underwritten by Hanson Brothers Construction and HB Reynolds. The Hansons are proud to bring you another great Bear River football game.
Weaver Auto and Truck Center. Tom and Matt Weaver are happy to be able to bring you this NorCal Game of the Week.
DWS Painting. Dean Sarenbetz and Jamie Stevens love to watch the NU JV football team.
Nevada and Placer County Realty. Broker Rob Tiora and Georgia Dawson are happy to help bring you all these local sports television productions.
Top This Truck and Auto Accessories. Chuck Cavros is happy to bring you football this season.
Foothill Real Estate and Foothill Financial. Bear River baseball coach Steve French supports Bear River Sports.
Porta Subs, Cindy and Mark Argento, along with John Larimer, salute the character of youth sports.
Jerry Chan and Lisa Moon OD. Jerry Chan and Lisa Moon love to support our local football teams.
Plaza Tire and Auto Service, Mark Hauser is happy to be part of the high school community.
Walker's Office Supplies, Mike Anderson and his family are proud to be a Bear River family.
And Touchdown Productions celebrating our 10th season of local sports television. We've talked about it, and it will be upon us in a week. So be sure and join us next weekend for week number 9 of the 2006 football season. Of course, we're going to travel to Falcon Stadium on the campus of Colfax High School for the PVL championship game as the Falcons host the Bear River Bruins. Both teams hope to be undefeated in league on that night, and they will be, and the PVL championship will hang in the balance. So be sure to tune in next week. It's Colfax Falcons versus Bear River Bruins. We've talked about it exclusively on our Foothill network of stations, ACTV Channel 20, Suddenlink Channel 23, Lake of the Pines Channel 7, and NCTV Channel 11. So, Marty, that's going to be pretty much a wrap here for tonight. Bear River goes out, does what they need to do, 27-7. Colfax goes out, scores 51 points, does what they need to do, sets up the big showdown next week in Colfax.
I'm surprised that Colfax was able to put that many points up against that. I think they played Lincoln tonight, I believe.
Well, that's a little scary.
It certainly is. They're a tough ball club.
51-28.
A lot of points.
That is. Probably 7 touchdowns, a mixed extra point, and a field goal. Something like that.
Sound like they had way too many power plays tonight, huh?
They did, but they converted.
They
even hit an empty net, I think.
Quite a game here tonight, Jim. It was touch and go for that first half. Bear River just couldn't get it going, and the defense held on strong, and except for that one big play that gave the El Dorado Cougars their score. But all in all, it was a very good game for both the defense and the offense in that second half for Bear River.
Executive producer director tonight, Gilbert M. Dominguez.
Your titles and replay handled tonight by Brandon Duckett.
Announcers Jim Adams and Marty Mortensen. Marty, great to work with you here tonight.
I really enjoyed it, Jim. Camera operators for tonight's game, Maverick King, Josh Black, and Chris Glass down on the field.
Office manager, Lynn Dominguez.
Technical engineer, Paula McClowski.
Touchdown accounting by Aero Business Solutions.
Remote facilities provided tonight by the Commander.
And we got Plaza Tire and Auto Service as Commander Maintenance. And check out our broadcast times at theunion.com in the Union Sports section. And Touchdown Productions on Nevada City Highway. Write us at gil@touchdownproductions.com. We're interested in your comments. Or join us on the World Wide Web at touchdownproductions.com. For Gil Dominguez, Marty Mortensen, and the entire Touchdown Productions team, this is Jim Adams saying good night from Bear River Stadium and reminding you that you have been watching exclusive coverage of Bruins football on the Touchdown Productions television network. Good night, everybody.